I'm Louis. I'm a master's student from the law faculty. I'm an Outreaching Alumni. And as you asked me to tell you something about the internships, I will do so, but I will also tell you something about how I obtained those internships. Because for me, the road to obtaining an internship was also very educating. And for my first internship, it happened to be in this room where it all started. I sat in on a masterclass, and it was a masterclass on leadership. And right at this very spot, there was Major General Mark de Kruijff talking. And Mark de Kruijff, he's currently the first in command at the Royal Dutch Army. He was talking at his time in Afghanistan. And in Afghanistan, he was a commander of 20,000 NATO troops. And he told us stories about tactical decisions he had to make, decisions that meant life and death for the man he put in the field. He told stories about the letters he had to write to parents that lost a son, a daughter, a husband. And when I was sitting here, I thought, this is a man that can teach me a lot. This is a man that can teach me about leadership. This is a man that can teach me about what leadership means for the people you lead. And I think this is a man that really fits into the outreaching picture. And so I was sitting there and I thought, well, when he finishes speaking, I'm going to run after him and I'm going to ask him, can I do an internship with you? But as you might know, soldiers, they can run really fast, and before I knew it, we left the room. So there was I. So I took my second best option and I wrote him a letter. And much to my surprise, he answered. He invited me over to Utrecht, where the Army command is. And I sat down there with one of his staff members, and they asked me, do you want to do an internship here? Well, yes, that's the reason why I'm here. So, yes, I want to do an internship here. And during that summer, I sat at a desk 20 meters from the general, and I did my research on leadership within the Army command. And man, it was really life-changing. But I'll tell you about that in a bit. First, how I got my second internship. And I learned from my first internship that it takes quite some effort to obtain an internship. It's not that they grow on trees or something. So I made a habit out of it just to talk to people, just to everybody that wanted to listen, that I was looking for this second internship. And I knew it had to be abroad. So that limited my choices quite a bit. And I was just hoping that somebody would raise their hand and say, I just got a perfect internship for you. Just here's your plane tickets. Please go abroad. And that's more or less what happened. As I met a very nice woman who pointed me in the direction of DLL. And DLL is the Lage Landen. It's a leasing firm from Eindhoven. I called them and they said, well, send me your resume and we'll invite you over. So I did. They invited me over, and the first moment I entered the room, the woman, she was head legal counsel, she said, okay, where do you want to go? And I was surprised. I haven't even introduced myself, but I was there, she read my resume, and she wanted to send me off, apparently. So either she wanted to have me out of the room, or she liked my resume and the things I'd done with Outreaching. And after some talking, she sent me to the United States, and that's where I did my second internship. I was doing 2 months of legal work at a small place near Philadelphia. And there I got more or less the same experience you had at the Army Command. And that's what the internships are really about. When you are out there in the field, you learn that all the things you are taught here at university, they don't matter outside. Oh, well, they don't matter for a great deal. Yeah, that's me. This is during my second internship, not the first, but you might have seen that. What I learned is that when you're outside, when you're working, all the theory, all the things you read in the books, they don't matter outside. You have to learn on the job. But what university does do for you is that it helps you understanding the things you have to do. For example, I was studying the leadership thing at the Army, and there I used a scientific model that describes leadership. And of course, the things I had on paper were totally different from the things I experienced in the field, but it did help me understand those things, and it helps you realize what a model is for. It's a simplistic view of reality. And my takeaway from these internships is that they help you understand society, and they help you to prepare you for what has to come. This is, in short, my story about the internships. In the end, there will be room for questions, but now I'm very eager to give the floor to one of my colleagues. Thank you very much.